morning, my people. Today we will be presenting an interesting topic that will catch the attention of many young people. Today, President Edwin, Sandra, Alejandra, Abimael, and one more servant. Later, we have seen the themes of Mayan legends from other places are vaguely heard when we delve deeper into this. Times our investigating the theme become more mysterious. The Dayway's bring about Egyptian mythology. Egyptian mythology includes the story of belief based of the religion of ancient Egypt, from the pre-Hellenistic period to the imposition of Christianity, when this practice were prohibited in the time of Justinian in the year 535. Its development and influence lasted more than 3,000 years, logically varying over time. Therefore, an article or even a book can only summarize the multitude of entities on themes that take close, complex belief system. The variant Egyptian iconography is very different from the Greek or Roman. In Egyptian mythology, many deities are represented with a human body and the hands of other animals. We will talk about Anubis, the involvement of Anubis as guardian of the necropolis in the front Akani was not the only function of the cult. The importance of this psychopath divinity dates back to the olden kingdom, where Anubis was considered a main god and who was represented in the use of the
Myth and Legend Anubis Part 1. The jackal hid good protector of the dead and god of mummification. Anubis is one of the most ancient and venerated gods of Egypt. He is generally represented with the body of a man and the head of a canine looking animal. Is a wolf, a dog. Egyptology still believes that this jackal, as this scarver, has always roamed the cemeteries and the night. So it is not surprise that it is associated with that. Sometimes Anubis prowls the land of men in his animal form, and then it is impossible to know if it is a common jackal or the god. Part 2. The birth of Anubis. Anubis had an unusual destiny from birth. Osiris, his father, married Isis, but mistook his wife for his twin sister, Nephthys. So, once believing it was his wife, he spent the night with Nephthys, who secretly loved Osiris. He did not warn her. The child born of this confusion is our hero Anubis. But if there was one thing Nephthys feared, it was the wrath of the husband, the terrible tears. She knew that if he discovered the truth, he would take it out on the child. So she chose to abandon him in the hope that he would survive. Part 3. Faithful companion of Isis. Isis did not lead herself, but deceived she grabbed her pregnant sister and understood immediately that the child was Osiris. She cried aloud for the wound of betrayal, but the goddess was not resourceful to know that Nephthys had to abandon her baby. Isis set out in search of the little Anubis. Thanks to her power, she fooled him, fed him, and raised him as her own son. Anubis would be very grateful to his adoptive mother for the rest of his life. He would become her most loyal companion and help her in all her difficulties, especially in thwarting the evil tricks of tears. We shall see.
Part 4. The Myth of Cities. They never to know the secret about the fear of Anubis, that but did not prevent him from feeling jealous of his brother, because he never stopped imagining ways to get need of Jim. One did occur to him to trap Osiris by enclosing him in a chest that he the flow into the Nile. If she went in search of Heros' body, she found it and managed to resurrect him into him to give birth to her son, to Horus. However, Seth did not stop there. She decided to cut the remains of her brother into 14 pieces and escaped him all over Egypt.
Part 5. With the first mummy, with the help of the sister and armed with much patience, she collected one and ordered the construction of a temple for each of them so that her body could rest in peace. She went to Anubis. The young god approached the body of his father and put the pieces together with delicacy. To keep them together, he sewed them with the strips of linen and thus declared the first mummy. Part 6. Protector of the imprimators. Since the mummification of Osiris. When on the Egyptian days, the prince performed very meticulously a ritual that reproduces the gestures of the Anubis of the body of God. It is known as embalming, and the men who practice it are called embalmers. The Yag-hal-Head god is the tail protector and prudent performs the rite of the opening of the mouth. He first placed his head of the sarcophagus at the level of the lips of the deceased. He then brings to the resign incantation, and when the mouth opens, he sends a break of life. The soul separates from the body
to go to the land of the dead.
Hey, and part 7. The Day of the Dead. After having completed the funeral rites, Anubis becomes the gift of the souls as he accompanies the dead to the core of Osiris, where they will be hoped. The road is long and full of obstacles, and you have to cross large ranching doors, but between hills, climbing mountains, and we take the descent be hard and does not let him go hide the way. He protects him from thousands of bandits, creatures, and enemies that lurk in the far west, where the sunset and the entrance to the kingdom of the dead have been overcome this day. Your journey is still far from its finish. Um, part, part 8. The Gate of the Kingdom. The descent, accompanied by Anubis, finally finds 7 immense arches. The door of the Osiris is questioned by several variants with disturbing names, such as He Whose Voice Choice the Slayer or He Who Burns. The descent has to pronounce Earth's name to show the heat know them. It's, it is Peter to learn the will. For his part, Anubis reigns an offering to soften the terrifying creatures. After having received a no gift and players, the guardians are will to let him pass. And the part 9, the unit of the dead. Finally, they arrived at the height of church where the goods hunted the soul of the descent, for which Anubis led with the help of Thoth, good of wisdom and math, good of order and just, always impartial moral. He takes a stronger feather from his head and places it off the third plate of scale before placing the heart of the descendant on the second plate. Then Anubis wings them if his heart is lighter that the feather in can access life. Eternal Buddhist fervor is to fouls hunting a terrifying monster appears and devours the soul of the desert. Something interesting about the goods who help go Anubis is that apart from being the good of Winslow, was considered the good of the moon, George writing essence, and that he was usually represented with the head of an ibis and the body of man, or as a baboon. In fact, Max, drummer of the Sungut Tree, represented by the ancient Egyptians as young woman wearing an ostrich feather, is the personification of cosmic order and universe balance. Has conceived be the god Re at the beginning of creation, the good of the land of the Nile could manifest themselves in different ways, depending on how they were invoked.
Part 10. Anubis is the helping god of the Hathor, as well as the patron god of lost souls and the helpless. He is one of the oldest gods of Egypt, most likely developing from the Hylar, and much older. Jackal god wept with one he is confused. Continuing story Anubis, he is called the messenger. In mythology, no one is supposed to return to the world of the dead. However, the hard dates will have the ability to do so. Anubis is wanted can connect the world of the living with that of the dead. The reason for being called a messenger is because we connect the world of the living with what of the dead. He means to bring messenger. He foreknows from the living to dead. On occasion, Anubis hosts the throne to hurt him nor to torment the live world. High forced them to make offering the train lattes. Part 11. When Anubis is not doing honey of times, he normally sits next to Oris and help him control and govern the kingdom of the dead in this way and way to help himself while often they taste in order to recover the kingdom of helping. Part 12. Anubis was the only god who could stand up to the god said, having a great battle with him, trying to help his friends or his when others were take a will be set. From this reason, Anubis was considered faithful friends among the deities and Juno were as the power and courage to help its friends to recover what is theirs. He was sometimes respected among the deities. However, other deities consider Anubis as a threat that must be controlled and never try to make alliances that were willing to fight against Anubis since he alone could not confront him.
Part 13. The Legends of the Leopard. The tremendous rivalry between Set and Osiris lasted for quite some time. After the latter knew that his enemy was in the kingdom of the dead, it will not be known to call the great jealous of the god of discord, who now tries to discredit his remains and his arrest and studies with that purpose and transforming into a leopard. And entered a cellar where his brother's sarcophagus was located. He died not known, but Anubis was lying in wait. When he came out his hiding place surprised, set and him while I boarding found and from that moment that the leopard black spot of the fall. Part 14. Trumpet said, Anubis did not stop there. The occasion was too propitious not to take revenge on Sid. Perhaps he was not the murderer of his father of enemy of Isis, his is adopted mothers or even the rival of his half-full brother. Horus, god Horus of the sky and protector of royalty according to the ancient Egyptian religion, representing smiling in the front of a falcon, the son of Isis and Osiris, was conceived after the rebirth of the father from Egyptian and succeeded. He is the good with one everyday ruling pharaoh identity. Horus is the god of the sun, white the half of Thoth, and the prophet of Anubis, managing to immobilize Seth, and with his enormous claws, the prophets and Thor, or the leopard skin that took with him, which reverse was warning to the evil ones. Since the day the embalming springs all scurry with them and leopard skin, leopard on their shoulder with their forms in the mummification ritual, so that anyone who wants to accept a power that does not belong to them as see the skin as warning message. Part 15. Anubis. Anubis is often mistakenly is considered a secondary good, as you will see. Its primary role is so the good of embalmers and guide of soul. He occupies a privileged place in the pantheon, since the cult of the Egyptian were very important to the Egyptian. Death, later when the Greeks reign in Egypt, the figures of Anubis is mixing with the figures of the great god Hermes. Effectively, both share the sun fusion and the accompany the saints. Do the artillery, this the juggling head god, and the missing of the winged sandals merging into one Anubis.